Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we began prep work for updates and modifications to the smelting processes that we have here. Primarily what we need to do is we need to make cobalt steel. Like, that is the thing we need to make and make right away. So that's what we are going to do. We're going to make cobalt steel because we need cobalt steel to make turbines, electric turbines for generating power, so that we can then begin setting up a nuclear reactor, because we need to get a reactor set up, begin supplying power, because we are short on power right now. And so we began reconfiguring these bays over here. We've got cobalt in here. These bays are ready to accept gold and tungsten and titanium. And we're also going to need chrome, right? There's cobalt, titanium, tungsten, gold, and chrome. Yes. So we need at least actually 2 more of these unloading bays. We're going to have to get that set up. And so we also are going to need to start reworking the entire process that we're using for smelting things. And to that end, started working on updating and upgrading our various smelting facilities. And I've gone ahead and worked on, doing more of that. And so we now have, what do we have? We have ore processor 3s. We have blast furnace 4s. We have chemical furnace 3s. We have pellet press 2s. We have induction furnace 4s. We have casting machine 4s. And we have strand casting machine 3s. And we have sintering ovens. So we have everything that we should need for a little while here. We're probably also going to need liquefiers and chemical plants as well to be upgraded. So that's going to be another project. I'll have to add those in here, but we kind of ran out of room a little bit, so I'll have to figure out how that's going to get all lined up. So we have our design here. We are going to need, well, a liquefier 4. I will have to make that by hand. Not a problem. We're going to need some ore processors. Go ahead and grab that. We're not going to be using pellet presses here. We're going to need chemical furnaces. Chemical furnaces. Blast furnaces. Hey, nope. Not a blast furnace. Where's a blast furnace? There's a blast furnace. Give me a blast furnace. And we're going to need some induction furnaces and casting machines. Induction furnaces and casting machines. All right. So we are good to go there. Let's go ahead and figure out how this is all going to get set up. Hop aboard my train. And we want to head over to Cobalt or unloading. I probably should have pointed the train in the other direction. Oh well. Alright, how are we doing here? Well, we have a load. It'll work. Now, I think one of the first things we need to figure out is where are we getting our steel? Because we're going to need steel ingots. And right now, we have steel ingots coming through here to make... What is this? This is Invar. And as much as I would like to have Invar, we do need it. We barely have any steel. We are going to have to, like, getting the iron production improved is going to have to be a very high priority. All right. But for now, we'll just have to split off what we can. Let's just split it there. Back where it's supposed to be. Okay. All right. Here's a steel line. This belt, we remove this wall. This belt, I think, is no longer needed. You are no longer required. And for my purposes here, we're just going to grab all of that and go ahead and put all this stuff away. My RoboPort back on. We're going to jog the steel ingots over here. I want to give a little bit of room because we're probably going to have to rework some stuff, but as I warned previously, this is going to become a mess. We need coke as well. Here's our coke. Here's some carbon right there. Maybe I could borrow that carbon. Let's see. How many liquefier 2s would be required if we were to say liquefier 2s? 1. So if we upgraded this to a liquefier 4, is that double production? Let's see. Crafting speed, 2.25. Crafting speed is 3.75. It does not double production. This was probably overkill for the... for the aluminum anyway. I was trying to find the word. Alright, so we're going to borrow. We're going to jump into this. Okay, let's go ahead and take that liquefier 2 and dump that back in the system. All right. Because we're also probably going to use that carbon as fuel for the blast furnace. So then we won't need that. All right, good. All right, so first thing we need to do is we need to get the cobalt ore processed, and we're going to need some limestone. Limestone. Didn't we have a source of this? As a byproduct from something? No, this is... lime? Not limestone? It's a byproduct of the... fluoric acid process. To make sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, what are our options for getting limestone? White liquor. Okay, I have no idea what that even is. Washing plants. It's a byproduct of the titanium ingot production process. Or at least, a method of producing titanium that we don't actually currently have unlocked, which is strange. Ah, yes, because it requires utility science packs. I see. Yeah, I'm basically shutting down the research until I get the nuclear power plant up and running. Just to try to limit how much power we're consuming for things. Now, I just want to make sure all these power plants are still working. Yes, and they're all scaled to what they do. So, fine. Okay. I guess the easiest way is going to be... well, the only way is this. Is the mud water process. The question is, where are we going to get access to the mud water? Because we are not really close. Alright, well, I think I know what we're going to have to do. This whole thing's reducing saline water that is basically all being consumed. It's a lot of mud. right. We're going to have to do it here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make a seafloor pump. Install it where the construction bots could potentially get to it. And then go ahead and throw that into the logistics system so that the construction bots will get down there and install it. Okay. Now what we're going to need is we're going to need washing plants. Do I have any on the truck? In fact, I should probably bring the truck down here. Oh, the wall's not in the way. I should, and I do. All right. Excellent. Oh, you don't have power. We also need water as well. Do I have a line of normal standard water? I don't think I do, but I can put one in. It's not a problem. Okay. So, I'll need to do a washing plant chain. I think it's... No, we're not going to separate them at least by one spot. Alright, so you're making viscous mud water, and then you'll be making concentrated mud water, and then you'll be making light mud water. And then we take the light mud water, and then we can make limestone out of it. Actually, that needs... could I figure out how to make it go there? You know what, we'll figure out how to make it go there. Okay. So then this will get routed there. This pipe will come up here. then we'll have a belt. Like that. And you know what? We'll just go ahead and put in a substation. That'll keep everybody happy. Alright, so now it's just a matter of my constructors getting all that pipe put in. Which they managed to get all of the regular water in, which is the second line that I planned in, but not the first one. Strange. Alright. What's the rate? 2.5 per second. Yeah, that's alright. So then what we'll need to do, it's all done. Is now we need to process the cobalt. So we need 2 ore processor 3s. That are going to process cobalts. Rate 3.4 per second. This will make 30 per second. Well, in theory, it will make 30 per second cobalt steel. Well, in theory. Okay, so the cobalt ore itself. Oh, of course, that's gonna screw up. Okay. Okay, and then we need to route those into a chemical furnace. A chemical furnace. Along with the limestone. I would rather not have that limestone on my person. The rate at which we're producing that is 10 per second. I will probably be alright, but do I want to offset that? Because we're going to need... next is the carbon. Here's the carbon. And that goes into a blast furnace. Blast furnace. Blast furnace is making cobalt ingot. Not that recipe. This recipe. Rate 10 per second. All right, and then we have our induction furnaces. They will take in our steel and our cobalt and make our cobalt steel. Oh, molten cobalt steel. Induction furnace. Pick up from there. We are making molten cobalt steel. Throw some steel ingots in there. Do I have any cobalt on me? I do not. All right, and we'll use the same process that we've been using. I think this is what we've been using. And it's 2 induction furnaces. It's 2 induction furnaces. In the event that we ever actually get enough steel through here. There we go. And then 10 casting machines. All 10 of the casting machines I should have on me. Yes. And there's our output. Now, what we're going to do is, for the time being, put all of this into a passive provider chest. There. Okay. We will now get some cobalt steel. Quite a bit to start with. Oh, a little bit to start with. 380 cobalt steel, which will make me how many? Well, here's the thing. I probably still can't make them by hand. No? No, I can. Make me 12 steel steam turbines. Well, the way we would want to do it is we want to do it in the production center that we have to make these. Because I would want titanium bearings. I'd want steam turbine 2s. That requires 615 degree heat exchangers. 465 degree. I don't have heat exchanger 3s for 615 degree steam. Ah, tungsten plate. We're gonna need that. Ceramic pipe. We're gonna need that. Okay then. Well, it's a start. It is a start. So I guess we're going to need to turn one of these into tungsten. Tungsten ore unloading. Did I set up a train on tungsten? I have not set up a train on tungsten. Well then, let's set up a train on tungsten. Get rid of this. We don't need any of that. Gaseous puffer eggs. We'll get rid of that. We'll put that in the system. We'll request those when we need them. When we're setting up puffer farming. Alright, ore processing beta. Tungsten ore loading, full cargo. Manufacturing alpha. Tungsten ore unloading, empty. And then fuel. And there it goes. I think this is the end of the episode. So we got our cobalt steel going. We'll have to figure out tungsten. Get that manufacturing. We'll have to figure out ceramic pipes. It's going to be a thing we're going to have to do. Yep. All right. But we'll work more on that next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.